to show you this. I have to show you this. So I need the other phone to monitor. So I don't want to lose this unless I write something down here. And here's a piece of paper for me to write it down. What's on the back side of this? Okay, let's see. These are my two things I've been showing you. So I wonder how you're feeling. I'm feeling insane. Okay, hold on. Dude begging. Dude begging and one second, why is this one here? What else was I gonna? Oh yeah, one people ugly. Yeah, the memories. I've tried that Ginkgo biloba, but I've got a whole bunch of it, the little capsules, but I don't think that's what it is. Um, so let me turn off this heater. It's early in the morning. The sun should be coming out in about 45 minutes here on the west coast in California. And today is the weekday, which is Monday. And so, yesterday I had some events that happened. I got a blowout tire coming down the hill after going over the hill to the travel center to get some biodiesel for my heater that I just is turning off right now. And on the way back, after I came over the hill and I was going down the hill, got a tire blowout. And I can't really remember where I know I ran something over, but I don't remember. Right? I was just like waiting, because being a long haul truck driver, you just wait and see, if something's if you don't see rubber going all over this road, you just keep on going, right? And so I was like, I don't know what it was. And so today the tire blew out. And so it set me back financially. And so I've been sitting here trying to figure out, what my next move is. And well, I have to start writing stuff down to figure out exactly where I'm at, what I'm going to do. But I have to monitor my signal first. So, even though financial stress, Mahatma Gandhi said that oppression is the worst form of violence. Let me just check my signal and then I'll show you something. This video I'm watching. Let me just check my signal here. I need to write this down. Okay. call school. I'm going to have to call the school this morning. The school that teaches electric vehicle repair and solar panel charger repair. The EV repair, EV charge station repair. Okay, so I'm going to find out all this stuff, so I'll be making a video on this later. But I'm going to give him a call this morning, even though I left a message yesterday or the day before yesterday. Okay, so let me just check the signal, make sure everything's on the up and up. I was going to make myself some hot chocolate so that I can have cinnamon for the circulation. And I can't do it because, well, 13 people. I can't do it because, okay, so looks like the signal is good. Yeah, I can't make the hot chocolate because I've got 2 eggs in the pan and I got my bread in there. I toast my bread and then I put it in the pan with the eggs. That way it gets all moist and it's better that way. But I also make my hot chocolate in that pan, and I don't want to make it in the microwave oven, right? So I got to go, because I only got 2 pans, and one pan still has yams in it, sweet potatoes. So I'm gonna go do that anyways and make myself some hot chocolate so that I get the cinnamon, fresh cinnamon. Works wonders. So does cayenne, but what are you going to eat cayenne on right now? That's an issue. So without any further ado, we're going to be talking about marital infidelity. Okay? And we're going to talk about this phone's kind of heavy and I don't got nowhere to put it. I'll just leave it right there. So there's 3 things I'm going to talk about. One of them is about this video. You might want to write this down if you have a pencil or pen handy, okay? I'm watching this video right now. You know how they have these police videos, right? With real video footage, body cam footage, doorbell camera footage, closed caption video footage. There's a whole bunch of different. They had no choice. They had to be real. They couldn't compete with the other people who were being real. Okay, so see if I can get it this way. Okay, so check this out. Husband, this is the title of it. Husband opens fire after learning wife's sick secret. And I guess he popped her ass. Look at that. That's real video footage. Okay, that's the title of it. And the name of the channel, I know there's got a lot of different ones. I've seen like 5 or 6 different ones. I don't know where these all come from. I would imagine it's Hollywood, right? It's called Crime Explorer 1. Number 1, not the word 1. Crime Explorer 1. And the title of it, Husband Opens Fire After Learning Wife's Sick Secret. So I watched about half of it, and it really hit home, right? And these people who are living in nice houses, right? Have nice vehicle, nice house, big beautiful house, big beautiful yard. they're doing drugs, right? And you never suspect it. These are like the people, your college deans, that type of people. And so um I want to go into the psychology about this of this. But before I start commenting on this, um I don't have all the answers. I just watched it right now, but I'm just going to give you a brief rundown on what I think is going on, and we'll go from there. But I haven't done it in depth, writing stuff down or anything like that. So before I talk about this, um, let me talk about this one person who's on these video live streams, and without being too specific, okay. Um, he's probably about 24 to 28, and he's homeless, and he's living in his car, and he's asking for money, right? Which a lot of people ask for money. Kevin Trudeau asked for money, and he's a multi-millionaire, or at least used to be a multi-millionaire. And he's always asking for money, right? You have these preachers, they're always asking for money. But for some reason, when poor people go on here and ask for money, it just, something's been ingrained in our minds. It just looks bad. If I told you right now, make some donations, make some solar panel donations, donate the inverter, so that this is a donation for to be good, so that I can build a solar panel station to show people who are poor how they can start harnessing this free energy coming from the sun, instead of spending money on filthy, polluting fuel, right? Which is expensive, especially for poor people. And you're cleaning the planet at the same time. And it only costs $1,000. But I'm poor, I can't afford $1,000. But if I go on here and I ask for donations, not for money, I can't accept money donations. But if you said, can you donate some used solar panels? Can you donate a used inverter? There's lots of them, right? And but it just looks bad. And this guy, he's sitting there and he said, dono, I think it's called the dono, to donate or something to the channel. And it's just, you can sense it that he feels ashamed. He tries to act like he's not ashamed, but you can sense it. So something has been ingrained into us that it's okay if you have a lot of money, it's okay for you to basically beg for some more money, right? But if you're poor and you beg for money, then you're freaking scum, right? Why? There's hardly any people on here asking for money. There's only a couple people on here asking for money and donations. How weird is that? Okay, so next subject. Okay, you know what just happened with these two racial ethnicities? One that used to be master and the other that used to be slave. And so they went there and they said some racist remarks, you know, being hurtful, calling each other names. The one was the one was, you know, going for the, I mean, they were just going for, they pulled out all the stops and they were just degrading the orange man, humiliating him. And well, now they're saying the R word with little girls, right? But they were just, and you know, the Bubba thing, they were just tearing in on it. They would not let up. And I was watching this one channel on YouTube, and she was just, you know, and they're laughing about him, ha 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 ha, telling him, you know, humiliating him in front of his wife. You know he's watching, and in front of the world. And and so that's cold blooded. But so they were poking the bear, and they, I suppose it's they, you know, there's a bunch of them laughing about what they did. You know who it is. If you have half a brain cell, you know who it is. And so, not saying that either side are angels, right? Who's more wrong? We're not here to talk about that right now. It's just what's going on right now is it's like kids are fighting. And you know, kids are cruel, right? And so it's come down to where, you know, people are saying, well, you're gay, or you're fat, or you're ugly, or you're stupid, right? That's what it's come down to. This is dysfunctional. And now they are calling people basically ugly, right? And so now they turn this thing, somebody did, I don't know who's doing it. Somebody turned it around and made a picture of Orange Man and his wife like ugly animals. It doesn't even freaking make sense. It's stupid. And but that's what they're doing. They're calling people ugly. That's hurtful, right? But yeah, I guess we're just gonna all start, you know, calling each other names. And so now moving on to the marital stuff. Here's where some psychology comes in. Just from what I gather from it and things that I've seen. Okay, without naming any names, before I talk about this video here, without naming any names, this girl was on a scale from 1 to 10. She's about a 5 or a 6, right? She's about a 5 or a 6. But Um, so she's married and she's um, cheating for years and cheating with somebody from this nice, you know, big houses, you know, they have money. And um, while seeing these patterns of infidelity, there was another thing that happened, an incident where there was this um, wife who was cheating, and she was a little bit less attractive than this one. She was probably a 4, right? She's probably a 4. And she was cheating. And I think what people completely miss on this, they don't take it into consideration, is that she's cheating so that the husband will be jealous, which feeds her denial about her own self worth, some type of an ego defense mechanism. Okay. And so it makes her believe that she is more beautiful than she actually is. Okay. And then the guy who she's cheating with, right? Not the guy she's cheating on, her husband. The guy she's cheating with knows she's not that attractive, right? And when this person also starts to give her the cold shoulder, right? Like, I got something better on the side than you, right? When conflicts arise in that relationship, the relationship where she's cheating, I don't know how to put it into words. The dude she's cheating with, when conflicts start to arise in that relationship, then she sicks this one, her husband, she sicks him on the person she's cheating with, right? Because she's effed up. And without going into detail, I mean, you're talking the M word, capital murder. Okay? Even worse than that. I'm not going to be any more specific, but I think that's what it is. Now, on this one, where you have this girl who was a little bit more attractive and she was cheating on these two, well, it turns out that they were doing drugs too, coke and weed and whatnot. Um, I think it was the same thing here. So when she's in there cheating with this person, why would she do that? Why would she go through all this effort? Is it because she's going to have wild orgasmic sex for 20, 30 minutes? Is that what she's going for? This thing just turned off. How weird. Um, well, apparently, I think what she's doing is something evil. She's getting off, even if it's only for 5 minutes, 10 minutes, who knows? Even if it's only for 5 minutes, I think what she is getting off on, even though she wants it to be something else, and it's not, what she is getting off on, because she's not beautiful, and the dude is not in love with her. He doesn't think the world of her. He's not in love with her. They are cheating. It's for sexual thing. Because he does not love her, what she is getting off on is something evil and spiritual. She's being spiritually evil. And so she got blown away. That's all I can think. Okay? And practice what you preach. You want to check it out yourself? I haven't watched the whole thing. I stopped it right here halfway through. But it's husband opens fire after learning wife's sick secret. And the name of the channel is Crime Explorer 1. And the people's name is Danielle. It's kind of weird because Danielle, that sounds like a girl's name, right? So it's Danielle is the dude she was cheating with. Her name is, I forget what her name is, but the dude's name, the husband, his name is Matthew, if you want to go check it out. So I just thought I'd, toss this in the mix, because I'm sitting here and I'm just like, this chronic financial stress is not good. And so, I'm trying to build these solar panels, and there's devils, in high level devils, who are absolutely against clean energy. Okay? So there's a lot of opposition to this in the physical world and in the spiritual world. So keep that in mind. But I'm sitting here and I'm thinking, these financial problems, this chronic financial stress. And then I see this. And I'm like, thank goodness you're not going through that. So check it out. And I think that's what it is. The dude doesn't love her. So it's some kind of, like what I just said. That's what she's getting off on. When they're getting it on, that's what she's getting off on, because he doesn't love her. She's getting off, if she's been doing it for years and years, And she just brought her husband over there, right? She's the one who started this whole big old freaking thing. She's getting off on that small moments of being evil, screwing somebody over. That's what she's getting off on. It doesn't take a rocket scientist to see that. Okay? So check it out. And thanks for tuning in. I saw that there was a whole bunch of people in here. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Thanks for leaving the comments. Appreciate it. It's early in the morning, so I'm sure the sun is up on the East Coast already and starting to come up over there in Tennessee and probably already in New Mexico. And so I don't see the clock, but oh yeah, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yes, 9 o'clock on the East Coast. 8 o'clock, sun's already up on over by New Mexico, and so the sun's getting ready to come up over here in California, and then it'll be coming up over there in Hawaii, and 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2. It's already 2 p.m. in London. And so thanks for tuning in. Okay, so thanks for leaving these weird names. You guys just stop with that because I'm not going to read these weird ass names. They're not even funny. It's stupid. Okay, so thanks for tuning in, everybody. I'll go back live later. The solar project I'm working on, I've got some information, but that's a different subject. Okay, and I'll talk to you later. Signing out from the West Coast, Central California.